朋友大家好，歡迎收睇人氣馬場。音樂係我哋生活嘅一部分。咁究竟咧賽馬同音樂兩者又如何結合呢？就要訪問下我哋今日嘅嘉賓 Mr. Hans Ebert. Hans, welcome to our show. So can you tell us about how can you get involved in Hong Kong racing?
It's a long story,
Yes.
but it started when I was in the music industry. When I was in the music industry, you know, Hong Kong being Hong Kong, the executives like me, I was at Universal Music, and before that I was with Polygram, right? So we would go to the same restaurants and bars, like Champagne Bar, JJ's,
Yes.
same as Tony Cruz, later Douglas White. So we met a lot of racing people, including Winfred, CEO of the Jockey Club. So I think especially in Hong Kong, which is very unique, the relationship between entertainment
Yes.
and horse racing was the same, right? So through people like Tony, and you sit at the Champagne Bar, you meet trainers, especially you meet owners.
Yes.
So then at the nightclubs we go to, certain nightclubs, you meet the same people, owners, and they
Yes.
go, hey, Dalo, you know,
Yes.
come have
The
drink.
same social
have
circle,
drink."
right?
Huh?
The same social circle.
Same social circle, and I think it's very unique to Hong Kong. So it just clicked. So Tony and I became friends, and I knew Tony because I used to play softball against Tony in school.
Really?
Casper went to the same school as me.
Yeah.
But me being in music, they got a lot of free tickets to concerts
Yep.
from me, like
Yeah.
David Bowie, and
Oh.
every time there's a new T-shirt, like Coldplay or whatever, I would send it
Yeah.
to my friends.
So that means you guys build a very good relationship through music.
Through music, yeah, and I think through mutual respect.
Yes.
I respected Tony. I knew his family. I knew Pauline. I knew Ivan Allen, but I was a kid, right?
Yes.
And I was a young music executive, so it was quite sexy for these racing guys to know somebody who knew a famous band or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah.
So Hans, you have been very successful in marketing and music industry, and you have the insight to combine music and just like racing together. And over the years, it's really reversed pretty well.
It's worked very well, and I think it's worked because, number one, Happy Valley Racecourse
Yes,
is such a unique location.
definitely.
So it's easy for people to come to Happy Valley, and after 11 o'clock, they can go to Carnegie's, One Chai,
One Chai,
Happy Valley,
Leng Kwai Fong,
anywhere, right? So it's a very good midweek break, and other racing clubs have tried to copy the same thing, but they have problems with sound ordinance
Yes.
and,
The quality of the bands as well, the live bands as well.
well, that's something different. we've been lucky.
Yes.
The quality of music in Hong Kong
Yes.
is pretty crap.
Because,
Okay.
but you are doing the quality control.
That's why the quality is okay. It's not great. I would still like to bring an international act. You know, like last season, we brought in an ABBA sound-alike
Yeah.
band, very, from Australia, very popular. And I had planned a U2 sound-alike band, a Queen sound-alike band, Bee Gees, and then boom,
Yes, the virus.
the virus.
So I know that you own a company called We Enhance.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like it combines all the kind of journalism and also just like social media platform, and also just like put everything in with music into racing. Is it correct?
Well, there's We Enhance and there's Fast Track,
Mm.
right? So it's multimedia
Yes.
because we're living in a multimedia world. I was a journalist.
Yes.
I was in advertising. My big client was McDonald's. So I learned a lot about marketing from McDonald's.
Yes.
So from McDonald's, then I went to Polygram,
Yes.
and Universal, then EMI,
Yeah.
and then racing,
Yes.
or Jockey Club. But it's still multimedia. Yeah.
Among all the industry that you have been working with, can you name one that you like the most at this moment?
I think it's a difficult question because I think I learned the most from advertising. I learned about marketing
Yes.
from advertising, but my real love is music. You know, it's just music is wonderful.
So can you tell us how music come into our life? How important of music in our daily?
Can you imagine your life without music?
Then I will be
It'd be
dead.
terrible. Yeah, we'd be dead.
Yeah.
They always say that music is the soundtrack to your life. So you always remember the music when you met the girl you loved,
Yes.
or the time you married. Music is just, and they'll play music at your funeral and my funeral, you know.
Yes, and also we always listen to the sad music. We have a broken heart as well.
Sure. Sometimes crying is good.
Yes, to release your emotions,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah. So, in your opinion, as you said, you have been in journalism and also just like marketing. And since you have been working with the Hong Kong trainers and jockeys and the Hong Kong Jockey Club, do you have any memorable projects and or kind of interviews with them?
Well, other than my friendship, I've written songs for Zach, like Zach Attack.
Yes.
I've written songs for Karis. I've written songs for Douglas.
Yes.
I've written songs for the Jockey Club, for HKIR Week. So in that way, the jockeys are involved. I've written for Joe. So it's a little bringing music again, you know, into horse racing in a subtle way. So, and we're always the Happy Wednesday platform is, I think, very interesting. The online platform now, because we're always looking for new talent, musical
Yes.
new talent. So, if you know anyone, they can always contact.
Yeah, maybe I can try to
contact
sing
us.
for you guys.
No, I don't think. I don't think it will sell. It may make our whole platform fall apart.
But do you have any just like a bigger picture of the development of Happy Wednesday and also Fast Track as well?
I have a lot of big problems, but I mean big ideas. But well, I also have a lot of big problems, but a lot of big ideas. But you know, your hands are tied because what can you do?
Yes.
We're not having any tourism coming in
Yes.
to Hong Kong. And this, I was just talking to a jockey about it in the car when I was coming here. I said, Hong Kong was a very lively city, positive, a lot of positive energy. Clubs, nightclubs, restaurants, six-star restaurants, and happy people.
Yes.
Now, there's nothing. There's not even Ocean Park, Disneyland. It's crap, right? So why would tourists want to come to Hong Kong? The Hong Kong government needs to tell the Hong Kong Tourism Board, we need to do something or prepare now to bring tourists back to Hong Kong, because if it's only the local market is getting older.
Yes.
And it's shrinking. So where's the money coming from? Money comes from tourism.
Yeah.
It's a problem facing the entire world. But Hong Kong needs to create a new image for itself. You know,
Definitely. Rebrand it.
rebrand,
Yes.
reboot.
Yes, definitely.
Right.
If you have a chance to invite 3 people for dinner, dead or alive, who are they? And tell me why.
Audrey Hepburn,
Yes.
because I'd like to go home with her. John Lennon,
Yes.
because I think I'd like to really know the truth about the Beatles and Bob Dylan, because I think he's got an incredible mind.
So for the answer, if they would like to get into Hong Kong racing or the music industry, do you have any advices for them?
It's two very different things, you know, because if you want to get into the music industry, you got to be talented in music, and get into the racing industry. Which part? You know, do you want to be a punter? Do you want to be a jockey?
Or for example, the KOL, just like lots of youngsters, they like to just like stay home and face the camera on their own, and then just like try to give opinions on how they pick horses. So,
well, in this online world, they should start creating their own online programs. Technology is so cheap.
Yes.
They could just create their own programs, put it on their own YouTube channel, send it to us, you know.
So that means that if any youngster would like to get into racing, then they can send their videos or online something to Fast Track as well.
Have Fast Track, Happy Wednesday.
Yeah.
Send it to any of our platforms, you know. We can give you the platform addresses, and you know, because talent, you might start in racing but end up in marketing or end up in music. You don't know. This world is very strange.
So the last but not least, so what would you still like to achieve in your life? Any uncompleted mission that you'd like to do?
I'd like to make a movie.
About horse racing, or about about your own life or something?
No, I'd like to make a non-serious movie about horse racing. Have you ever seen a movie starring Richard Dreyfuss called Let It Ride?
I will check, but not.
It's one of my favorite films, and it's about two guys who are losers.
Yes.
But one day they hear some information, and they bet on these horses, and they keep winning and winning, and then they find out this information was from gangsters, and the gangsters want to kill them. It's very good.
So are you going to write the script for them?
I've got it. I've got 2 scripts that are already that are pretty much finished.
So who would be the main actor and actress?
I see. I definitely see Ben Stiller. Kind of like Zoolander, you know. I see Ben Stiller, and I see actress. I don't know. I don't see any actresses that.
Maybe ask some female jockeys to be the one.
Who do you think?
I will tell you.
Who's your favorite female jockey? Holly Doyle?
No.
Kate Young?
I will tell you after the
So you only got 2 choices: Kate Young, Holly Doyle,
or
Scarlett So.
That's up and coming. Anyway, thank you, Hans, for your time, and it's a nice talk with you.
Take care.
And wish you all the best, and hopefully I can see your movie very soon.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thanks for having me. Thank you.